Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Welcome to another car vlog. It has been quite a while since I've done a car vlog. So this is story time. Just before I get to story time, let me just say that one of my blessed ones came, and he brought his wife and his their daughter. They came to our church yesterday. So they came to church and we had a great time in church, and then after church we went to dinner together. So I love meeting with my blessed ones. So if you're watching this, Jacoby, thank you for just counting me worthy to even come meet and spend your time with. So hi Jacoby, hi Marianne, hi Minnie. Thank y'all for coming. Story time. Y'all, I am not the jealous type. I am not jealous at all. I am the type of person who believes that if you want me, you want me. I'm not running behind you. If you don't want me, honey, you ain't even got to tell me you don't want me. Just act like you don't want me. And you don't have to worry about that. I'm gone. If you act like you don't want me. See, a lot of ladies are waiting to be told. Why don't you just be straight with me? Why don't you just be honest with me? You ain't got to be straight. You ain't got to be honest. If you act like you don't want me, I don't want you. Bye. I am not the jealous type. I don't care nothing about, you having, talking to other friends or when my husband talked to other women on the phone, or I'm just not jealous. I say all of that to say, I thought I wasn't jealous until I was pushed. I felt like I was pushed to be jealous. So let me take y'all back years and years and years ago. We've been married 13 years. April will be 14, so we're closer to 14 years. But I'm going to take y'all back to about the first year or two, no more than 2 years of marriage. So my husband is not from this area. He's from, I'm in Central Florida area, for those that don't know. I'm in the Central Florida area. My husband is from the South Florida area, about 3.5, 4 hours from me. This is where he was raised. So when we got married, he moved here. Not immediately. We lived apart probably for about 6 months or so. But then eventually I boohoo cried enough that he moved here. So when he moved here, he got a job, and he, became fast friends, because my husband does not know a stranger. And he became fast friends with the guys at work. And one of the guys was having a bachelor party, invited my husband. My husband, not knowing anything about this area, and also too doesn't know anything about internet and Google and all of that stuff, didn't know how to MapQuest and Google for directions. So he asked me if I knew where the VFW was, where they're having this bachelor party. And I said, oh sure, yeah, I know where that is. Wrote down directions for him. Okay, now we fast forward to it's time for him to go to the bachelor party. Let me remind you first that my husband, we always talk on the phone. He's always, to this day, right now, I put my phone on airplane mode because I just left the house, just gave him a kiss, but I know as soon as I got in this car, he's going to call me. So I put it on airplane mode because I've already done this video one time last week. And in the middle of it, he called me and cut me off. So I put on airplane mode. I just mentioned that to tell you that that's how much we talk. So when your partner or your husband does something different than what they normally do, you know that they are out of character, right? So even though I know he was going to this bachelor party, when he had not called me or told me, baby, I'm here, or baby, I'm having a good time, I'll see you later. When he hadn't reached me, and maybe a couple of hours went by, especially knowing that he's not from this area, don't know for sure if he made it. I wasn't being, clingy or paranoid or anything. You just know your mate's habit, and I know that he always calls me. And so here it is. I'm at work too. Now at this time, I'm at work at the other job where I was working, 20 something years. I was at that job. And so he goes to the bachelor party, because I'm working, at that time I was working, like late night or something in the evening, maybe 5 something evening until late night. And I don't hear from him. So maybe 3 hours go by, I don't hear from him. So I call him, no answer. I call again in a few minutes, no answer. I call again in a few minutes. After about my 5th, 6th attempt of calling him, the phone would ring and it would go to his voicemail. I especially knew that was, okay, it's one thing he didn't call me, but he didn't answer my calls, and they went to voicemail. Now my imagination got to running. All I saw was some hoochie mama. All I saw was like candy. I just saw, honey, somebody doing the candy dance and gyrating in front of my husband and doing all kinds of things that I'm not even going to mention on this video. Just use your imagination. That's what I was imagining was going down. Speaking of going down, that's what I was imagining. And I could not concentrate. I was at work. Y'all, I started to get sick. I could not concentrate. So then I said, I wish I knew where this bachelor party was. And if I knew, I would go, and I'm going to check on my man. Because now we're in about the 4th hour. I haven't heard from him. So I was thinking, if only I knew where he was. And then I remembered that he had asked me how to get to this VFW. And I said, whoop, there it is. Thank you, memory. I know right where he is. And I told people at work, I told them, look, I'm not feeling well. I'm going home. And that was the sure enough truth. I was not feeling well. Because my man was doing some things in my imagination that I had to go and stop. So I left work and I go probably a 15-minute drive to where this place is. And sure enough, as soon as I get in the parking lot, I call him. I see his vehicle. I go park right by his vehicle. I call him and he answers the phone that time. I'm like, okay, yeah, you would answer the phone when I'm here in the parking lot, where in the other 6 or 7 times I call you, you did not answer the phone. Y'all, so I called him, he answered the phone, and I said, and I could hear like a hollow, like when somebody's in the bathroom, answer the phone in the bathroom or whatever. And I was like, where are you? He was like, what do you mean where I am? I'm at the bachelor party. I said, well, why haven't you been answering your phone? He's like, baby, I'm at a party. I mean, it's loud. I didn't even hear the phone. He said, I just happened to come to the bathroom and I looked down at my phone and saw I had 6 or 7 missed calls from you. He was like, what's wrong? What's going on? I said, well, I've been trying to reach you. And then he was like, why? I said, because I haven't heard from you. And he was like, well, I'm okay, baby. I'm at a party. And I said, well, I need you to come outside. He was like, come where? I said, outside. He was like, you are not outside. I said, do you want me to come up in there? No, 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 I'm coming. He did not want this big black woman looking like my dear walking up in there. And I had on my uniform too. At that time I wore a uniform, so I had on my sheriff's office uniform. He said, no, 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 stay in the car. I'm coming outside. Y'all, he come to the car. He was like, what are you doing here? I said, because I've been calling you and you didn't answer. I said, so I was worried. He was like, worried about what? I said, I don't know what I was worried about, but I was worried. So, and you didn't answer I said, I haven't heard from you all night. Because now this time it's about, say he went to the bachelor party on around 7. Now this time it's about midnight. And I was like, I hadn't heard from you all night. It's been hours since I heard from you. I was just worried. He was like, baby, I'm okay. He's like, as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to wrap it up. They asked me if I could be the designated driver. He said, so as soon as they're done, I'm getting everybody home. He said, by this time, like I said, it's about midnight. He's like, I should be home around about 2. He's like, I don't want to rush them. You know, he's like, the party's supposed to be until 1. He says from like 7 to 1. And I don't want to rush them, but when they're done, I'm taking them home and I will be home. I said, okay. Y'all, I went home. I got me a shower, got in the bed, and I could not sleep. I was just like up until he came home. And then y'all, when he walked in the door, I tried to pretend like I was asleep. I was so sleepy. And I was, you know, pretending to be so sleepy. And then he came into the room and he's like, baby, you okay? Because it remind you, we've only been married, like I say, a year or so. So he was trying to make sure I was okay. He was like, baby, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. Baby, wake up. Let's talk. Are you right? No, I'm okay. We'll talk later. I just pretended like I was so sleepy. And I think I probably was maybe a little embarrassed. I was a little teed off that, you know, that you didn't answer my phone. I was also like, I don't know what you was doing at that bachelor party. I don't know. And then I was also like a little embarrassed. Like, Deidre, this is not you. You pride yourself on being all those things that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But I learned that jealousy is a beast. Jealousy will take you out of your character, or jealousy will show your character. And to this day, I'm not quite sure which one it did for me. I believe it took me out of my character because I've never been jealous like that before or since. But who knows? Maybe it just showed my character. Okay, you guys, I just want to share that story with you guys. If you enjoyed this story, please click like. If you have gone through any type of situation like this, or maybe not like this, but if you had a moment of jealousy or something like that, please share with me your moment of jealousy. I would love to hear. And what did jealousy make you do? I hope you enjoyed story time. A lot more to come. If you have any ideas for story time or any questions, let me know in the comment, and I'll be glad to make a story time out of it. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed.